Hello, everyone. This is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing. And today it's kind of going to be a little bit of a mini series of different healings, different collective healings that are geared towards positive affirmations, anything that might be preventing us from truly feeling or believing some of these positive affirmations. Then the one that I will be sharing today is I am beautiful inside and out. And sometimes people can have resistance toward the I'm beautiful outside, and some people can have resistance toward I am beautiful inside. So today we are going to look at, feel into, lean into some of those pains, hurts. I will share some of my own stories to help you understand where these things might be coming from and how they are affecting you in that belief that you are beautiful inside and out. So I'm going to begin because the energy this morning has been very high and intense. So the first thing I'm going to be getting is Carolyn Myss, the Archetype cards. And we are going to see possibly what archetype is creating some resistance for this belief, this positive affirmation that we are beautiful inside and out. Hmm. Very straightforward. I had actually asked to please give me very forward answers, because sometimes when I get messages from Miss Carolyn Myss, I don't truly understand it all the way, but I'm happy that I was able to get it this time. So I'm just writing this down so that you can take a look at this after in the description below. Okay, so the first one is networker. The light attributes is enhancing unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. The shadow attributes are conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. And I'm feeling that there is a message that is supposed to be conveyed through this. Deep Venus with this within this one. Ugh, sorry, that one was kind of overpowering. So this aspect that we want to look at is the shadow, which it was upside down when I received it. I don't usually read upside down or not. I just kind of think of the different attributes to them. But the shadow is when people have used us for personal gain. Okay. So with this shadow attribute, Sometimes it's hard for us to believe that we are beautiful inside and out when we have been used, when we have been used for personal gain, when we have not been seen truly as a person, because one engenders social awareness, but the shadow that has hurt our belief system that we are truly beautiful inside and out is that other people have spread falsehood, spread fear, talked about you, gossiped, or used you for personal gain. And that can be so painful. The next one is the child, and this archetype is orphan. Oh, I can't really see that. That's okay. Seeking inappropriate surrogate families. So this one, it hits really near and dear to me because I understand what it's like to feel as though you need to be independent, you need to be completely to yourself, and how people in our lives can make us feel abandoned, and we seek validation or love or someone else to tell us you are beautiful inside and out. And a lot of times when we're seeking from that state of abandonment, insecurity, pain, um, being used, we can form inappropriate relational families outside of our nuclear family because we're seeing a family that might not give us what we want and what we need. And we look for, not knowing, that same family dynamic within other people within our lives, and we didn't even know we were looking for that. We wanted something different, but we ended up with the same. And what I'm getting is to share this story. This was a very painful story for me, so I'll just tell you and share what happened. So when I was younger, I had a friend that was more like a frenemy to me. They took me under their wing. They always, tried to primp me up and make me pretty. And it was a really difficult time for me because there was a lot of mixed messages. The kinds of messages that I was receiving at home, I was receiving with this friend as well. You're so pretty if you would. So that means I'm not at, at this moment in time, you feel like I'm not pretty, but if I would do something, if I would change something about myself, then I would be pretty. So I was seeking that validation of that beautiful outside. Well, this friend and I got into it, and they told me this is a person that was helping me build my confidence, even if the foundation was rocky. They were still helping me build that confidence of me being outwardly pretty. And when we got into it, she said that my looks were unfortunate and that I was just unfortunate looking, that I was ugly, and that she felt so bad for my appearance because no one would ever want me. Talk about personal gain, injuring my pride, my who I am to better feel, for that person to feel better about themselves. So I went into this deep, devastating feeling because that was someone that I loved. That was someone I looked up to, regardless of the fact that we were in the same age. I saw them as someone that knew more than me, that could offer people more than me, that was overall better than me. And seeking inappropriate families, We can sometimes believe the words of someone else because we are so injured within ourselves, because we don't believe we are beautiful. We don't believe that inside we have changed, even when we have. So that was those types of people in the world have, I wouldn't say helped, have created a different type of perspective for you and yourself, and identifying the people that have made you feel somehow less than, somehow used, um, some people that might have hurt you in the past. Look at those and see how they have created that resistance, of I am beautiful inside and out within you, and why it is that you might not resonate with this positive affirmation and absorb it truly so that you can let those things go. Okay, so is there more? Is there emotions? Okay, so there are emotions. I have to write down the book or else I'll forget, and then I love giving you guys all the information so that you can really look into everything afterwards. Self-reflection, journaling are the best ways for us to really truly evolve and move forward. Okay, so there's a lot of shadow coming up for this reading. So this is going to be a shadow emotion. I like to call the shadow emotion our manipulator emotion. It makes us do things that we might not regularly do, or if we're in a state of vulnerability and easily influenced, that emotion can teeter us to a more negative aspect of ourselves. Internalization, a shadow emotion of internalization. What I'm getting from this collective is that we have been internalizing that we are ugly, whether it be the way that we feel is ugly or the way that we look is ugly. But either of those, that internalization is saying, oh, this person used me, so I'm ugly or I'm bad or it's my fault, is what is coming through. And that internalization, um, is in internalizing the values, the morals, the thoughts of another person, of other people, of groups, instead of really looking at what we believe within ourselves. We're being influenced from others outside of ourselves. Feels like an implosion, kind of like everything is being inwardly focused and it is hurting on a like implosive level. That's the best word I can say, implosion. Passion. Peeved. Is this also a shadow emotion? Shadow, peeved. Okay, peeved. Really peeved off, angry, irritated, upset. Is it from someone said, someone did? Is it on the inside? So this is another emotion of implosion. Like we're internalizing that anger. Because when we feel hurt, when we've been hurt, um, that anger, we're inwardly, we're sending it into ourselves instead of saying, okay, this is what they believe in. This is not what I have to take on. We're taking it on fully and saying, oh my gosh, this person said this, it must be true. Shame. Shame is such a painful feeling. It's one of the lowest vibrations that we can feel. feeling like we're a disappointment to a certain level. Um, so if in my life I had adults that said, you shouldn't wear that because your stretch marks are going to show. You shouldn't wear that because you don't have the body for it. You shouldn't do that because you're just not, you don't look pretty. Or you shouldn't try that because you're not smart enough. You can't do that because you're not skilled enough. All of those different messages created a lot of shame within me because I felt like I was never enough. And the more that I built confidence within myself, I started seeing that that was them, not me, because I loved my hair. I didn't need to straighten it to make it pretty. I felt like it was pretty the way it is. I used to pluck my eyebrows for years and years and years, and I was like, oh, it's because they're bushy and they're ugly. Now, over the last 4 years, I've just let them grow out and I feel natural. And I don't feel like I have to hide that. For a long time, I was like, I'm just letting them grow out. So, like, please excuse the mess. I know they look like little squirrels all over, and people would be looking at me like, what are you talking about? But that was my own shame, my own feelings of not being good enough, my own feelings of being a disappointment in some way, in the way that I look, in the way that I feel. And then when I started wearing tank tops and things like that, there was also that backlash of, oh my gosh, I told you that that doesn't look good. And finding the confidence in saying, you may not think so, but I think so. So that is yours, and it does not have to be within me. It does not have to reside within me. And I'm not going to be ashamed of what I wear and who I am because you're telling me to. If there's something within me that I need to change or that I want to change or that I didn't know I was blindsided to, and now I know and I have this awareness for it, then I get to make those decisions, no one else. And no one's going to shame me into a different perspective. Okay, is there any other emotions? Is there anything else that we need to know? Any messages? Okay, so there is a last hidden sense of anxiety. So this anxiety is very much so um, anxiety of believing this is true, to believe and embrace I am beautiful inside and out. So for this last piece, I am going to guide you through a short meditation, okay? So that we can alleviate that anxiety. So one hand on your chest, one hand on your solar plexus, and we're gonna do a centering, 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, starting 1, 2, 3. Some of you want to stand for this. Some of you may just want to sit and ground. But this anxiety that is coming through, think about anything that you have thought about or have felt that tells you you are not beautiful inside and out. One of my experiences that I'm thinking about right now, and just keep on breathing, just keep breathing, allowing that anxiety to kind of surface, to ease yourself by holding yourself through that anxiety, noticing it, being curious with it. So my experience with anxiety is I used to wear overalls like every day. I was obsessed, and I still kind of am. And today, when I was getting dressed, because I had just gotten these overalls, I was remembering how people would make fun of me and they would say, "Oh my gosh, what are you, a farmer?" Different things like that. And I would, I wanted to just wear it. Like that was who I am. That's who I am. I haven't changed way too much since that little kid that loved to wear overalls in that aspect. So I was wearing these today and I got dressed and I got ready and I got all excited and there was a sense of anxiety of like, are people gonna think that I'm like too young or too old to be wearing something like this or whatever limiting beliefs that were coming through the past criticisms that people would throw at me that I tended to believe because I was vulnerable in that way. And as I was getting dressed, I was just like, you know what? I love this. I love the way that I look. I love the way that this fits me. I'm excited and I'm happy to wear this. This is who I am. And I am sure people out there love exactly what I'm wearing when I'm wearing it. And even if they don't, then that's on you because I love it. I want it. Allowing myself to process that anxiety because whatever messages it was that came through, or whatever messages that are coming through for you, recognize them. Allow yourself to see that that does affect you emotionally, but that it doesn't have to take control. Just a few more breaths, allowing any of that residual anxiety, any of those feelings to just flow through you, to know that you can give that back. It's not yours. You don't have to carry that as your own. Now give it to the earth. Say thank you. Thank you for turning this into beautiful energy for me, for letting it go, for supporting me and releasing these energies that no longer serve me because I am beautiful inside and out. And repeat that phrase, I am beautiful inside and out. I am beautiful inside and out. And as you repeat that, feel into your body and notice if it feels easier, less resistant. And if it does, perfect. We have achieved our goal. My anxiety feels a lot better and it doesn't feel as resistant to say I am beautiful inside and out. So thank you so much for being there with me. And I hope I was able to support you through your own anxieties, through your own fears, through your own shames. You are beautiful inside and out. And I can't wait to see you again. Thank you.